Welcome to Advocates for Change, a show that shines a spotlight on individuals and movements making a real impact, not just in our community, but sometimes in the world. My name is Carolyn Orzak Schoenberger, your host for this empowering journey. The mission of the show is to inspire change, to share stories that resonate with the heart, stories of courage, resilience, and innovation. Advocates for Change is not just a television show. It's a platform for voices that need to be heard, for ideas that need to be explored, and for actions that demand our attention. I am the executive director of the Schoenberger Public Interest Law Foundation. Our work is to assist our clients and other nonprofits achieve their missions. Prior to creating my foundation, I served as the Commissioner of Consumer Services for the City of Chicago for 15 years, as a Cook County Assistant State's Attorney, as a faculty member in the Business Department of Harold Washington College, and as the supervising attorney of the immigration program at the Chicago Legal Clinic. Currently, I'm teaching a course in macroeconomics at Loyola Zarrupe College, a great institution. I volunteer for organizations such as the Chicago Volunteer Legal Services. As we dive in today's episode, we encourage you to join the conversation. Use the hashtag Advocates for Change on social media. Share your thoughts, ideas, and stories of change happening in your communities. Very important. Together, we can amplify these voices and make a difference. So I am thrilled and honored today to welcome our host, our guest, Ying Hirsch. Ying is the president of International Women's Associates, and I've been a member of this wonderful organization for many years. Welcome and thank you for coming on the show. I'm greatly honored.
Well, thank you so much for having me, Caroline. I'd love to share information about a wonderful organization.
Well, please tell us a little bit about International Women Associates.
Sure. The International Women Associates, also known as IWA, is a Chicago-based, volunteer-led 501c3 nonprofit organization whose mission is to promote cultural exchange. It is an incredibly diverse organization of approximately 300 women of all ages from over 60 countries.
What are some of the countries that people are from?
So, our membership represents over 60 different countries, including Western Europe, Eastern Europe, Africa, the Middle East, Asia, Latin America, and of course, North America. About half of our membership were born outside the U.S., and then the other half are American-born who have lived across the world or who have international connections. Because of this diversity, it makes IWA a dynamic, unique, and fun organization to belong to. And ever since our establishment in 1978 by our visionary founder, Do Thornburg, IWA continues to celebrate the diversity through friendship, community service, philanthropy, and the cross-cultural exchange.
Maybe you can tell about some of the programs that IWA has, what kinds of programs that are there?
Sure. IWA offers programs, activities, and events that celebrate our international connections. In addition to the special events such as Woman Extraordinaire Award and the annual gala, our members enjoy weekly programs on a wide range of international topics, book discussion and language groups, activities like Mahjong and Bridge, tours around Chicago, international dining experiences, as well as social gatherings where we keep our connections strong.
The tours around Chicago, I think it's called, what is it, Chicago in a Suitcase?
No, it's Insider Chicago.
Insider Chicago, okay. And what are some of the neighborhoods that people have gone to? The Pilsen neighborhood?
The Pilsen neighborhood, Uptown, where the Asian community lives. Yeah, you can name. We've been to pretty much everywhere in the Chicago neighborhood.
That's fabulous. And also, you have special programs such as someone from the Czech Republic, the Deputy Consul
Yes,
General.
absolutely, absolutely. Yes, we do.
So there was a program about Czechia, which the Czech Republic
Yes,
came in, and there was another program with the Consul General of Guatemala.
yes. We also had opportunities to go into different consul generals in Chicago area and to learn about their culture and their history. So it's a kind of experience you cannot get from anywhere else.
So again, I'm just reminding people you're watching Advocates for Change, and we have as our wonderful guest Ying Hirsch, who is the president of International Women's Associates. What are some of the consulates that have been visited? I believe the Turkish Consul General a couple of years ago.
Yes, and the Consul General of Greece and Consul General of El Salvador. And recently we had the honor to welcome the Consul General of Czech Republic to our office to give a program.
So it's very exciting, some of the programs that are done. And one of the reasons that Do Thornburg, our founder, founded the organization were for people who were coming from other countries.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
needed some connection.
Yes. So Do's vision was to create an international organization for women that promotes global understanding by facilitating exchange of ideas with people of diverse backgrounds, finding common ground that connects us as human beings. Her vision for IWA remains as relevant today as it was when she founded the organization 46 years ago.
I would think even today it's even more important with
Absolutely.
everything that's going on in the world.
Absolutely.
Even more important. So there, in addition to some of the weekly programs and get-togethers, there are special programs that IWA sponsors. Can you talk a bit about some of the special programs?
I'd love to. We support the wider community but through our philanthropy and the community service projects. We work closely with the George B. Swift Specialty School in Edgewater, which is a port of entry school serving primarily immigrant and refugee families from over 50 countries who speak 65 different languages.
Oh my goodness.
And also of note is a Culture in a Suitcase program that our members present various aspects of their culture to elementary school students. And we also award Do Thornburg scholarships to undergraduate female students, low income, at our partner universities, at University of Illinois at Chicago, Northwestern University, Columbia College, and the School of the Art Institute of Chicago.
That's wonderful. So again, we're, change advocates through different types of special programs. I'm particularly interested in the Swift School program. I know it's been going on for many years,
Yes.
and if you could talk to us a little bit about that.
Yes, yes. IWA and the Swift School have a long and a meaningful relationship. We host an annual school-wide book distribution and an essay contest. We work with the Chicago Poetry Center and provide their 12-week-long poetry residences program to the first and second grade students. And just recently, we launched another project, the Classroom Helpers, where our members can work with the teachers and students in their classrooms twice a month.
Oh.
And also in the past, we supported students by providing volunteer tutoring and professional test preparation service.
That is great. I am somewhat familiar with the Swift School, and it's near one of the shelters, so I think they're probably getting a lot of migrant children coming from the
Yes.
shelter around the corner.
Yes, it's a port of entry school primarily serving immigrant and refugee families.
It's what I find wonderful is on weekends the kids are playing on the playground.
Yes, they have a beautiful playground.
They really do, and
Yes.
it's open to everyone. Can you talk about the book drive? Because I think it's such a wonderful idea to be bringing books. How do you do this?
Well, each year we host a school-wide book distribution. We purchase brand new books and lay them out for students to choose. Each student can pick 2 books and take them home and call their own. So we work with the school librarian to choose the books, and they order them from Schools for Books and Amazon. And for the most recent book distribution that was held in 2023 in December, we ordered approximately 2,400 books.
2,400 books, and where do what grade students?
It's a school-wide, it's from pre-K all the way to 8th grade.
Wow, and what kind of books?
So there are books of all different kinds, some popular books and some books in different languages, so the students have this familiarity with their culture and the language. So it's
So
a
you
variety.
tailor it.
Yes.
Oh, that's wonderful. And the books you purchase, but can people do donations? How do people find out who may want to support this wonderful project?
Absolutely. So if you're interested in supporting the Swift School students, please give IWA a call, and we'll be happy to answer all the questions.
Okay. The email address is
So the email address is iwa@iwachicago.org, and we also have a website, iwachicago.org, and our phone number is listed on there.
okay. Do you want to give the phone number? 312.
That I don't remember off my
Okay.
head, but
Okay,
it's
that's
very
fine.
easy
Sorry.
to find on our
Yes.
website.
It's very easy to find it, and I'm sorry. It's if people want to donate to this great effort, because I know what are the reactions of the students and the reactions of the professors, the teachers when you are working on this project?
The students were so excited to see the variety of the books that they could choose from. They loved interacting with our members, asking questions about the books and about IWA. The teachers were very appreciative of the opportunity that IWA provided to their students, especially to some students who live in shelters. You know, owning books of their own was such a special treat.
Well, I think that's something that a lot of people don't realize, that some people can't afford to have books. And in shelters, there's not a lot of room for a lot
Absolutely.
of items. So the fact that IWA provides books, and because of the diversity, you can actually talk to the kids.
Absolutely. And they're interested in learning different cultures, and they loved interaction.
That is fabulous. That is fabulous. So again, the website is IWA
It is iwachicago.org.
.org, where you can find out how to help, whether donation of books, perhaps even volunteer to go
Yes.
there. While we're at it, if someone is interested in becoming a member of IWA, they need if they're not born in another country, they need an international connection. I know mine was that I studied abroad. I studied the University of Geneva and the University of Brussels, and lived with a family in Avignon, France. But what are some of the other connections that people can have who were born in the United States and want to join?
Yes. So if people were born outside of the U.S., they qualify for our membership. Or if they have lived abroad, worked abroad, studied abroad, or they have a direct family members such as mother, father, daughter, son, and grandparents.
Grandparents.
Yes, that would qualify them to become the member of IWA.
So my grandfather, who was born in Austria, that I would have been qualified, besides living in Europe, to become a
Absolutely.
member of IWA. And there are, again, so many different programs. We talked about the SWIFT School, which is the main program, but I'm fascinated about giving the scholarships.
Yes.
I mean, that is wonderful.
That is wonderful. It's such a meaningful philanthropy project that we do, help low-income female students really open up their horizon and then to experience different culture, to see the world.
And there's a scholarship committee?
Yes, there is. Work directly with our philanthropy and a community service committee.
Oh, that's
And then
great.
this year, we're going to start the process on March 1st.
So if someone wants to apply for a scholarship, they should go on the website.
Well, we work with 4 different universities, and then they can apply for, send in the applications through
Okay.
university's portal.
And that's Northwestern.
Northwestern, Columbia College, the School of the Art Institute of Chicago, and University of Chicago, of Illinois at Chicago.
So to go on their websites and look for IWA scholarship?
Doe Thornburg Scholarship.
The Doe Thornburg scholarships in honor of our founder.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Well, that's just fabulous what is being done. Again, there are 300 people. What are some of the countries that we want to be as inclusive as possible? I've met people from Turkey.
Yes, we have a member from Turkey, from Namibia, from Thailand, from Poland,
France.
France,
Can't
of
forget
course.
France.
So yes, over 60 different countries across the globe.
That's great, and people are able to get together, and there are meetings occasionally, just social meetings.
Yes, twice a month.
Twice a month.
Yes, we
Just-
have a meet and greets. People can just come, have conversation, learn from each other, and share their love for IWA. So yes, and please come join us if you're interested in learning more about IWA. We meet twice a month.
That's great. That's great. And to contact and either possibly join or make a donation or donate books or something, that's fabulous. I want to thank you so much for coming. I should mention that a couple of years ago I was handling an immigration case that was extremely difficult and complicated, and I needed to know more about the country, and I needed to know more of the things that you don't always read in the news or read in the reports from either the country or the State Department, et cetera. And I think IWA, the advice that I got from a member of IWA, not only helped me, but I was helping a family.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that.
And so it was that information that, again, that was provided, the help that I needed in order to help that family, and was not able to find elsewhere. So again, people are great about helping people like me who are trying to work with people from different cultures. And I think IWA, again, is sort of a respite when you move to a different city, you move in a different country, helping to find people who are friends.
Yes, yes. And we all come from different countries or have lived across different part of the world. So it does, is everyone's open-minded, and we all understand how difficult to start life in unfamiliar environment. And IWA provide opportunity for people to connect and make that transition easier.
So, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. And So again, I want to thank you for coming. It's a great honor. It's a wonderful organization. And I'm going to just talk a little bit more about some of the work that's out there, that if people need information on different legal topics, Chicago Volunteer Legal Services is a great resource to help people. There are many resources in the city. Another international organization, it's through the city, is the Sister Cities program, where you have different sister cities from Paris, Milan, Colombia, Bogota, all over the world. There are 28 sister cities. And we talked about the Sister Cities program, and there are members of International Women Associates who are on various Sister Cities committees. And again, if you're interested in anything international, Chicago is just fabulous. And it's not just information, it's helping people. You know, again, we're talking about change through welcoming the people to a new environment. The books.
Yes.
I've known about the Swift School Book Drive for years, and I didn't realize how enormous it was. And the scholarship program is just fabulous. And Women Extraordinaire, if you can just mention what a Women Extraordinaire is.
Yes, so once a year in the fall, we would host a Woman Extraordinaire Award luncheon that honor women who does extraordinary work, has international connection, and has impact in the international community.
And some of the people that we honored before have been...
Well, our most recent honoree, it was Katrina Adams. She was a pro tennis player, and she was the first female president of the Tennis Association.
It's amazing how a great honoree, but it's amazing that someone has to be the first.
Yes, absolutely.
And that it's not 40 years ago, that these are more recent firsts for women to take a leadership role, which primarily had been for men.
Yes, absolutely.
So it's a great program, and great people in the past have been honored. And again, this is one of the ways you can change is through book programs and scholarships, but also encouraging people to give back to the community through programs recognizing them. And that's primarily what this program is designed to do, to recognize people who have contributed, whose organizations have helped, to send the message out that nothing is impossible. You can be your own champion, but you have to get out there and you have to be willing to advocate for change and contribute something, and then you can be recognized. So again, I can't say enough how much I appreciate you coming and how much your leadership has been so important to the organization.
Well, thank you so much for the wonderful opportunity.
My pleasure. So again, I've had the privilege of bringing some wonderful stories of people doing extraordinary things, from grassroots movements to a global initiative. We still have contact with members around the world. Our guests are change makers or who represent change makers who challenge the status quo, drive progress. You are advocates and advocate for change. Thank you.
Thank you.